discussing money. Giles, do you like money?
No, I prefer not to have any money.
That's difficult because in Hong Kong, they love money.
Yeah. Okay, I can accept having a little bit of money, yes.
Right. So how do you survive in Hong Kong being an artist and not living in a cardboard box?
You do what I think most artists do around the world. You subsidise it by doing other work.
You mean a real job?
Not necessarily, but something that pays more money than most people make as artists. So teaching, I do corporate work. People have very few artists make a living purely by being artists. That's true.
So, in a recent poll by HK Ticketing, they discovered that the #1 complaint about Hong Kong amongst artists was venue prices. What is your opinion on that?
There's a kind of variety of issues with venue prices. I think the sort of work I do, the problem is more the lack of venues rather than venue prices. You've got Fringe and Macaulay and White Box, which I think are not outrageously expensive, particularly Fringe on Split.
Yeah, but there are only 2 profit share venues in all of Hong Kong, the JCAC and Fringe.
That's the issue, yes. Well, there are lots more once you get off the island, and once you go out into the districts.
There's a profit share in the new territories?
There are more reasonable prices.
Reasonable
You
prices.
can get jumping on it.
So the JCAC is free to artists?
Yeah. But I mean, what I'm saying is there are quite a lot of cheap venues. The issue is there are only a couple of cheap venues on the island.
Oh, okay. And
if you were going to give me a lot of money and ask me to correct Hong Kong theatre, I would look at the police station over the road and look at a new 300 seater venues in there. I think that's the big gap. It's affordable 300 seaters. Rather than building some huge
massive theaters. We don't need massive theaters anymore. We need little, tiny, smaller, intimate theaters.
Smaller theatres where local companies can grow and can develop their work and can do it in a way that can still make a lot of money but not lose money. Financially it's very difficult to bring a show either from overseas or to develop a small show here into a 70-seater venue. You just can't sell enough tickets to make your money back.
It's difficult. You have to make a budget work, you have to spend very little in order to make a decent profit to pay your actors.
That's the same. I mean, that is true all over the world. We're not unique in this. The problem is we don't have those middle ones you can go up to. If you have a 300-seater, you could then think about spending much more on publicity and price and so forth to fill that venue. Whereas you can't really think about taking adverts.
Do you have any money-saving tips for our audience?
Basically, you know what your income can be, and then you have to make your show for that.
Right.
I think the big one we spend too much money on is sets.
Sets, okay. What can they do to save money?
Cheaper sets. Well, I think one of the things is I do see some lack of imagination in sets in Hong Kong. Either go for nothing at all, which I've done in the past.
Or they call it Grotowski.
Well, Grotowski is, it's kind of a whole range of stuff. But, you can talk about Brooke and you can talk about, but a whole range of fringes dominated around the world. Particularly from Eastern Europe, where of course there's nothing. But I think you know what your income can possibly be. You know what your likely expenses are, and therefore you have to try and make those two add up. And maybe we should be thinking more imaginatively about settings, rather than just going, we have to have a big set.
What is your opinion on the people throwing out sets at the end of the week? Because that's personally my pet peeve. I can't stand it.
It's a hard one, but I don't see the alternative. Because you either have to throw it away, which I hate, or you have to store it and reuse it. And storage is very expensive. I remember when I came up from the British rep system where we do it about 3 weeks.
Trade it out.
Yeah, but of course it had exactly the same thing. You build, and at the end of 3 weeks, do we store it? Where do we store it? It costs us a fortune to store it. Unlike actually to use much like that.
Right.
I think we could be a bit more imaginative about trying to store some of it, but most of it, big units.
Community storage unit.
Yeah, but you've got to then get somebody to pay for that, transport it there, whole shebang. There's also an argument, you know, a lot of people have to get themselves built over the border.
Oh, in China and have brought over?
Brought over, but also taken away. And actually, I think they will use a lot of the stuff. So, I'm a bit wary if you said you want to treat the whole set, that might push your costs up. A lot of it does just charge others.
So, you were saying that tours are something that are very interesting to you, or the idea of sending shows to festivals. So, do you have an upcoming project that's going anywhere?
I kind of do a lot of different things. So both I bring shows into Hong Kong, I make shows in Hong Kong, but I also have worked for a long time in festivals, so I found it co-founded French. So really I suggested that because I think it would be very interesting. I think for a lot of people who are in Hong Kong to go out and do these festivals. I think it's a very exciting way to learn about how people do things to know what's like. But also, if you choose the right festival, a very exciting way of seeing them theatre, and it can be a great holiday as well.
How does one get to go to a festival like the Prague Fringe if you don't have any money to go? You know, are there grants or scholarships that pay for actors to go over? Or?
That would be almost entirely up to your country and various other things. Some people, there are internet fundraising.
Sponsorships.
Kickstarter. Most of the festivals don't have the money to sponsor people going to them. But individual countries that's more difficult than the situation. I know, for example, the Dutch happens to be Dutch.
Do you have anything you would like to promote?
Not really, because I'm leaving Hong Kong.
You're leaving Hong Kong! Oh, everyone, Giles is leaving Hong Kong. Be sad. Alright, so this is all, so bye! Ticket price in Hong Kong.
Average ticket price for a drama?
Yeah.
Between $220 and $280.
And what do you think is the average price for a tour that comes through?
I have no earthly idea.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I have your name, please?
Natalie.
Natalie, what do you think is the average ticket price for a local production?
Oh, I have no idea. 200?
All right, and what do you think is the average price for a tour?
For a tour?
Mm-hmm. A tour coming to Hong Kong.
Oh, how much it costs for them to come to Hong Kong?
Yeah, what's the ticket price?
I have no idea.
All right, why do you think if tours are more expensive, do more people see tours than see local production?
Oh, so you mean local production? Okay, I didn't get that. It's probably cheaper than 200 for local production. I think probably around this area, people will be more willing to see tours than local production.
Yeah, why do you think that?
Because there are more expats in the area.
Ah, okay. All right. The question. So, can I have your name?
Yeah, it's Michelle.
All right, what production are you seeing tonight?
The dining room.
And how much did you pay for the ticket?
$220.
Do you think that is a good price or for the value of the production?
Yeah, I'd say that's what I'd expect to pay, yeah.
All right.
That's fair.
Jeremy, what do you think is the average ticket price for a theater production?
Well, in Hong Kong for a local production, it's around $200.
And what do you think is the average price for a tour?
$350 to $400, which I think is scandalous.
Why do you think more Hong Kong people see tours even though they cost more?
I think there's an element of guaranteed quality about tour productions, or at least that's what people suspect. Actually, the truth is far from the case.